So as you can see, I think there's a great selection of international photographers, both obviously in the Grand. Did you all go to the Grand? Yeah. Marvellous. And then obviously here then as well. So this year as well then, we've been able to extend the prize, the photo award, from just the exhibition. We've just concentrated mostly on prints in the other years. We've extended it now to self-published books, so you would see a couple of the entrance behind us. So that was good. It was nice to try that out, and obviously there's a lot of photographers working within that genre as well, because it's a lot easier then to publish books, and it's just really a fantastic form to work in. The reason why we were allowed to expand into the books is because of the university. So thanks to University of Wales Trinity St David's. So that's Mark Cox, who can't be with us, but we've got Ryan and Hamish here. When I asked them to be judges, they were very keen, which was great from our point of view, because obviously what we've done before then they obviously liked, but also they were very enthusiastic and then offered to donate the prize for the books then, so it enabled us to double the prize money for this year then. And they've both been fantastic. They've both been down, obviously judging, selecting the work, but also curating. That's later.
Pushing you like that.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, maybe. I didn't tell you about that, did I? Sorry. So you're down for Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So just and the curating. I mean, you know, they were with us as well all day Tuesday, then just hanging and putting the work together. So I can't thank them enough really for helping us to expand and grow and just make that a lot better. Cool. I also, again, need to thank Hamish and obviously Ryan then, obviously both judges, along with Ruth Police Luxembourg and Lucy Moore. They unfortunately couldn't be with us because they're doing other things. But the speech then, these guys are going to do a speech, so they're going to include text and stuff from them as well there and their feedback. Cool. Blah, blah, blah. Also like to thank Shutter Hub. I don't know if you've seen on the advertising then. We contacted Shutter Hub just about the exhibition and the competition. They offered to put a prize money up and obviously send it out to all their what do you call them, people that subscribe to Shutter Hub as well. So that was really cool, and it was a bit of a coup for us then, so I was quite excited and very happy for them to be on board. And of course Elysium for hosting, because they're amazing and one of the best galleries you'll ever walk into. So I'd just like to thank them, obviously all the Elysium directors, John for putting up with me because I'm a pain in the arse, hanging, putting everything together, labels, reprinting labels, spelling mistakes, changing things around, all that kind of stuff. So thank you all. Sarah again, same really, me changing stuff, having to keep up with the marketing, doing that. So I can't thank you guys enough for supporting us with that. Obviously, Elysium's got loads of stuff on, so just like to mention that it's our 10th birthday. So the end of October, come down. We've got an art fair as well as part of the what do you call it? The Fringe. That's it. We've got an art fair, so come down to see that as well. I'm going to shut up now anyway because I'm babbling. So the prizes this year we've got for the print exhibition, which is going to be selected from these three fantastic photographers, is £1,000 and a solo show next year. We've also got the book prizes, which have been split into three, so first, second and third, and then the People's Prize. So when you voted, obviously then there's £250 there as well available, and that will be judged at the end. So without further ado, Hamish and Ryan.
I think I'm probably first. I'm really speaking on behalf of Lucy Moore, who's the director of Clare de Room Books, who was also the judge of the inaugural Swansea College of Art Elysium Photo Book Prize this year. She can't be here tonight, unfortunately, but she has written a text on the winning book, which will be published on the Elysium website and on the ESPY website from tonight or tomorrow. Tomorrow, Dan? Tomorrow. Yeah. She was really impressed with the submissions. There wasn't a huge amount of submissions, hence why there's the structure of the award kind of changed slightly. But she's judged the Photo Works Award recently, which is a book prize, and she said this was kind of up there with it. Although there wasn't 300 submissions, the quality was really high. So without further ado, really, I'm going to go with the third prize first, which is Hugh Davis's book, which is this book right here, which is called Prince. And in second place, Swansea College of Art own, now at the RCA, Stewart Hardy, so it's the second place. It's called Veins. And in first place, it's Erin Solomon's, which is called My Mind is Like My Place. So yeah, I won't really talk about my involvement in the exhibition supplies because Hamish is going to speak on behalf of me.
I will do
so,
that.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers, Ryan. Thanks a lot. Okay. First thing I want to do really is to make a big effort to say thank you so much to Dan, because more than anything else, it's what I've been astonished with is how much Dan puts into putting this whole thing together. He's responsible for every aspect of it, and I've been amazed at how much how hard he works directing it, organising it. It's his baby, and he's really it's really fantastic to be involved with it. To thank him, really congratulate him on it, but also to thank him for bringing a kind of excellent international photography prize and exhibition to Swansea, because you know it's a fantastic addition to Swansea's art scene. It's really important, really good. We've watched it from a slight distance in the past, and I'm really pleased that he invited us to get involved. I'm really pleased that Swansea College of Art is involved in it, and we're hopefully we're going to generate and continue to build on the relationship we've got over the next few years, and it kind of carries on a relationship, a long-standing relationship with Elysium Gallery, which the Art College has always been involved in. I'm amazed at how the competition gets such an interest across the world. It was really interesting to see the international kind of response to the show, to the call out, and so I'd like to thank all the artists who submitted work, and particularly, obviously, congratulate those artists who were selected. Both the three finalists in this space and the highly commended artists in the Grand Theatre. Hopefully, you all said, pretty much all said that you were at the Grand Theatre, but anyone who wasn't at the Grand Theatre, please do make sure you go along, because it's really a really fantastic show in its own right. And if you did go to the Grand Theatre, which most of you did, then you'll realise how difficult a job it has been for Ryan and I, and to make a selection, to narrow it down to 3, and then to ultimately to try and pick an overall winner. It's been really difficult. As Dan said, Lisa Luxembourg can't be here. She's visiting family in Germany. But over the she's been involved throughout the whole process with Ryan and I, via text, via Skype, and especially the last couple of days, there's been a huge amount of toing and froing and arguments and discussion about who the overall winner is. In terms of the space and the show here, I'd really like to thank and to congratulate the 3 artists, the 3 finalists. Catherine sent her original C-type prints from New York, especially. Steph and Tom, I know, did more than that. Rather than just also to install their work, it's their original work, and they brought it down, installed it, came down on Tuesday, I think, came across from London. So I'd really like to thank them, appreciate the fact that they spent time, effort, money in really making sure that their work looked as good as it possibly could, and I think it looks fantastic. They curated the show as well, so they were involved in the curation of this space, which I think looks outstanding. So we really appreciate that, and as an artist-run, non-profit organisation, gallery, that's really appreciated. I think we all know, we all sort of feel the same way about showing work and how important it is. The work in the space is just, I think, looks incredible. I think it looks fantastic. It's really interesting, and there's some really fascinating relationships between the work. It's much more integrated than I was expecting it to be. As I said, Steph and Tom came in on Tuesday and curated it, so that's their doing, and it's really interesting how they resonate.
But it also made our task really difficult.
Well, yeah, there was going to come to how difficult that made our task, in a sense, in this space, because although in the digital submissions from Steph and Tom, we could kind of see there was fairly similar, that they were kind of exploring photography from fairly similar theoretical perspectives, really kind of looking at the language of photography, of the medium, rather necessarily than working with photography in a representational, directly representational way. Nonetheless, we still felt their work was quite significantly different, but in the space it had much more of a relationship and really interesting how they complement each other in the space. They both deal with dualities, the inherent dualities of the medium in a sense, positive, negative, obviously, seen and unseen, and even in a much more kind of, likewise, in a much more direct and obvious way. The colour photographs of Catherine's deal with dualities as well, and I think there's something really interesting about the dialogue going on between all the works. So, without further ado, I will announce the winner. This was, again, like Ryan said, it made our job was very difficult, lots of communication. Ruth's message came through about early this afternoon. We sent Ruth video footage of the space and individual shots of the space in the gallery, and we made a decision, or we made a kind of joint decision, very, very difficult one, yesterday afternoon, and then asked Ruth what she thought without really letting her know what we thought, and we got the same response. So it was a unanimous decision in the end. The winner is Catherine. Congratulations. Unfortunately, Catherine's in New York, where she lives, but I'll just quickly read out what Ruth wrote about Cathy's work. Cathy's work deals with an uneasy American vernacular, which is very topical at the moment. There was a neat little line that Ruth sent us, so thanks very much. And again, thank you, Dan. It's a fantastic event. The whole thing's been brilliant, and hopefully we can be involved in the future again. But, brilliant. Thank you for coming.